The time has come. The bricks and screws return! Sit back, relax, hit the like button, and be prepared for another watch party. No, not the bricks and screws! No! Bowls of cereal. I can't wait to see more. Todo what sabida. Yetoshi. Java. Ito ba ichukitita ba? Ito Han Solo.
The bricks and screws are coming. The bricks and screws are coming. More cereal in this show. More cereal in this show.
Grape! I heard there's grape in the show! What the fuck is this? It's good to be back. Oh, it is good to be back, my friends. It's nice to see you. When was the last time we had a watch party? Hey? I think it's been a while. We have 13 minutes until the show starts. So, figured we'd just chill. Grammy worthy? I know, yeah. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. I do my best. Look at all you beautiful people in here already. Let's go, baby. Another watch party. It's quick, though. It's like, what, 3 or 4 weeks? Because there's 3 episodes a week. I mean, they're going to be long. They're going to be like 3 hours long plus. And that's just the show, let alone like talking about it, reacting with chat. Probably looking at like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 hours. So, I mean, I'm chilling. I just had some food. Well, you can probably guess what that is. That's crazy. That's crazy work. It's always impromptu here. Star Wars Theory. Where corporations never want to work with us. Yeah, we're the biggest one. All right. Oh. Before we begin, I have to announce the massive sale that we have. A lot of you have been messaging me being like, when, how long is it going for? It's going for a month. We're going to go until well into the middle of May. So we're doing the biggest sale we've ever done, not only in terms of length, but also in girth. So we're doing a choice of 20% off any saber, as well as the choice of a buy one, get one free. So maybe you don't want a percent off. You also get a silver ticket. Well, you get the idea. The silver ticket is a 1 in 40 chance you get a free saber. So that's regardless of what sale you choose. TheorySabers.com. We got everything you want available right now. Go for it. Now's the time. Support the fan film. Support everything that we're doing. Bringing you the best, always, uncensored, live, with complete transparency. Always. All the codes are up on the site. So, go to the site. All the information is there. Where's the view? Well, come on. There we go. All right, baby. 10 minutes out. How's this going to go? I don't know. The circle is now complete. Watch parties are freaking back, baby. Let's hope we get a bit more action this season leading right into Rogue One. That'd be nice, eh? Let's see how that goes. It's surreal being back here for this tonight. These streams make my week. Yeah, they got a different energy, don't they? Something special. Something visceral. I can even feel myself. I have come out of my shell. The introvert that I am. Oh yeah, and no grape, says J. Kane. Scenes, please, or that weirdo eating cereal with his blue milk for extended periods of time, or bricks and screws. The bricks and screws were the most diabolical ones. What up, Ben? What up, DB? CTMG, thank you for the gifts. Rossi with his 149. Rossi again says reveals Reva's in episode 3. Let's go. Is she? No, she's not. I hope not. What's up, Star Wars man? I mean, Darth Brickius. I mean, Theory. How you been? How you been, you grift? I mean, you awesome guy. I'm chilling. I'm back in my element, dude. Watch parties. Ready to go. 2,000 people just about waiting in the lobby. 444 likes. If you believe in numerology, what is 444? That's crazy. Let's try to get that up to 10 million likes right now. Okay? Or else Kathleen Kennedy will literally come to your bedroom and read you The Last Jedi. Somehow Reva returned. Man, that is a crunchy apple. Can you guys hear this? That's insane. Wow. Very nice. Crunchy. This is our first watch party where I'm 35. But I need glasses because I'm an old man. Let's run through these supers. And then I'm going to eat a cucumber. JK. I look forward to seeing K2SO again after 9 years. He's my favorite droid to come out of Disney Star Wars. Also, I ordered the Survivor Crossguard Prophet. That is so funny you say that. Because this is literally the Survivor Crossguard Prophet with the games font. I love this one. It's sick. So badass. is huge. We also just dropped The Disciple. This is from TXQ. Very nice workmanship. Very beautiful. Comes with our fonts. And our package. Look how bright our shit is! Most beautiful in the game, baby. How you program sound fonts, it's an art. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. It's an art. If you want it to look a type of way, subtle nuances. What up, Rossi? What up, Asto fam? What up, Lou? What up, Charlie? What up, Akbabel? CTMZ with the 10 gifts is insane. What up, Ronan? LFG more Star Wars watch parties. Oh, I didn't know I could send this. Haven't been a member in a while. Cheers to Andor Season 2. What up, Connor? Member for 8 months. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I feel the hype, dude. We're gonna have some fun. Welcome back, Lord Theory. Thank you, my friend. The hype in the chat is real. Shout out to all 2,000 of you chilling here right now. Before the show has even just begun. What up, Caleb Natal? I don't know if I butcher it. Natal and Natal. Caleb's making some really great marketing promo videos for us for Theory Sabers. So I'm looking forward to that. If you haven't seen him and all of his work, go check him out. Makes really fun videos. Really cool. Really cool special effects. Shout out from Oshawa. Where's that? Chat. Vader Fan Film, Episode 2, is nearing completion. You're getting closer and closer. If you want to see exclusive behind-the-scenes content, please be a member. 99 cents up to $50 billion. So, also on Patreon. And I added some new Patreon tiers as well. So if you want to be in the credits, there's tiers for that too. It starts at $100. Goes all the way up to $500 quadrillion, trillion dollars. So, depends what tier you want to be under. We had some people inquiring about that, and I'm like, that's a good idea. Help us pay for the artists and the costs. At least a little bit. And also gets your name immortalized in the movie. As someone who helped out. The hype in the chat is real. So Hype Theory got Kentucky bourbon ready. Some dark side action, my lord. Damn, dude, don't go too hard. My 12-year-old self loves this. Let's effing go. Gifted 1 Star Wars Theory membership. Vader trailer's majestic. Heard the Stormtrooper shoot as good as me and COD. Yeah, I think they're a little better, actually. Are you going to be at DreamHack Dallas? No, but we will be in ICCCon Nashville, middle of May. So if you're in Nashville, come out for ICCCon. Then we'll be in Dallas, Fan Expo Dallas. Then we'll be in Colorado. And then we have 3 lined up for August. We'll also be in San Francisco in November. SpaceCon San Antonio. Bro, I probably shouldn't have taken these off because I really can't see shit. Can you shout out my dad, Kevin, and his Filipino girlfriend, Jolene? I don't know what relevancy her ethnicity had, but shout out Kevin and his Filipino girlfriend, Jolene. What up, CTMZ? What up, Devlin? What up, Stando? I'm surprised Disney hasn't approached you with opportunities in studio. You'd be a substantial asset to their team. Oh, they don't want to work with me. They're afraid they'd make too much money. You'd see, they're afraid of free speech. You see Revenge of the Sith in theaters, 20th anniversary. Nothing can stop the return of Theory. Nothing. Nothing. 9 years strong, almost. And you know what's funny? The 10-year anniversary for Star Wars Theory, Vader Episode 3 will come out in that year. Isn't that pretty cool? Hope season 2 rating is just a ratings hit and gives Kathleen the win she needs to step away. Yeah, there you go. Can't wait for episode 2. Chat, let me just see a vote of 1s in the chat right now if you like the prequel trilogy. A vote of 2 if you like the original trilogy. A vote of 3 if you like the sequels, because we're inclusive no matter what you like. As long as you're tolerant of other opinions, we're cool with it. And give me a 5 if you like all of Star Wars. Give me a 4 if you're an alien. Not gonna lie, after the leaks, I'm pretty stoked for Ahsoka Season 2. Off-topic question, but do you listen to John Bellion? I don't know who that is. How are you? Saw a short TikTok, can't remember, but it said Qui-Gon was mid and weak, and Cade was the best bounty hunter. Not sure how I feel with it. That sounds ridiculous. Happy birthday, Specs. All right, we're 1 minute out, guys. Got something made I want to send you. I'm in the U.S. Army. Thank you for your service. And it's a mix of something with Star Wars and the Army. Where can I send it? Now, I have a post box posted on my Instagram. What up, Victoria? Thank you for the big super chat. What up, Star Wars nerd? Go Theory, you ready for the screws? What up, Sand? What up, Connor? What up, Jacob? Big super chat from Master Stevo. Says keep killing it. Thank you so much, man. What up, Tim O'Brien? Watch parties have returned. Well, we're like 10 seconds away. I got my big water jug. We're ready to roll, dude. We're ready to roll. All right, let me get this prepared here. Music off. Going to transform this, reset the screen, make it big. Let's get the chat bigger in here. And it is 6 p.m. We are good to go. Let's do this. So let's put the chat here, right there. Let's move this over here. Yeah. All right. We're good. Everybody ready? Spam 1 if you are ready to go. I just saw someone in chat said they have their moonshine. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. 54 minutes, 47 minutes, 56 minutes. This is going to be a long stream, bro. Awesome watching with you. Psyched. Oh, shit. Dude, I didn't... Foolish. Dude, I'm rusty. Stopwatch. We need that. Okay, give me a few seconds. Get yourself situated, everybody. Get yourself situated, baby. Okay. No. Oh. Move this over here. Huh. What the hell? There we go. Oh. Where's it? God damn it. That's too big. There. Yay! I guess we'll move this back over here. I'll have that there. All right, we're good. Okay, let's roll. You guys ready? Spam 1? You guys already did that. All right, let's not drag this on. Let's go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. All right, should be good. No skipping the intro. We just let it roll. Happy to be back with you guys. Love you. Let's do this. See what it's all about. What? What's her name? Bro, they gave her my name. Oh my god! Holy shit, dude! That's crazy. Well, resilient as hell, hey? The hell? our boy. Bro, are we gonna see the Gorman massacre? Probably. Marva. Marva. What? Bro likes dudes. Bro, he's not a child. He's just gay. Bro won't hold my hand. What the fuck? Oh my god, this shit's still going on? All right. All right. First episode is complete. You guys ready for the second one? All right. My thoughts on the first episode. A lot of unnecessary exposition. I feel like there was just lots of like cutting back and forth between different things, which I actually like that kind of storytelling when you're cutting back and forth between different characters. The Krennic scene probably pulled the whole episode for me. I like seeing the intricacies of the Empire from Krennic speaking. I think there's just something about his character and his level of authority that he's right under Tarkin, if not just about the same, and commanding everything and how close he is to the Emperor. I mean, he's essentially like, there's the Emperor, then there's Vader over here on this side, then there's Tarkin, who's a little above Vader, but in a different category, more so for the Navy. And then there's Tarkin underneath, Krennic underneath Tarkin. So he's quite close to the Emperor. I think that makes it fun for me. Too much like back and forth of unnecessary stuff with the party and the jungle. But yeah, it's a show, so that's what they're gonna do. Crazy to think that this one episode cost about what, $50 million. Anyways, let's run through the whole thing. I'm gonna be on Critical Drinkers show on Thursday with him and Mahler, and we'll see what happens. See what the boys will say as well. I wonder if Mahler's going to love it as much as the first one. Okay, so let's begin. Everybody ready to start on the second episode? Spam 1 if you're ready. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We are on episode 2, Sigornatima. We're not skipping the recap. It's all gonna be the same. All right. $30 million episode? Well, no. If the first one was $250 million, then this was $750 for both of them. Then that means that this is about $450 mil. No, it's going to be $500 mil for this season, marketing and everything included, I suppose. Which divided by 12 episodes, roughly $40 million. Yeah. The one episode cost more than A New Hope. Troopers on break and their viewers just joined. Say hello. Hello. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that before. That's cool. Did someone just essentially raid the stream from their stream? That's awesome. How you doing? What does that mean? I've never seen that in 9 years of YouTube. That's cool. It gives you like a little notification. Awesome. What do mods do besides promote Theory merch? Get dickheads out of chat. Oh. Not gonna lie, Theory only likes instant gratification. Can you provide any reason for that statement? Any sources? Or are you just farting out of your ass? Bro's gonna get the Hershey squirts. Bro, looks like Cyril had a little bit of Botox. I wonder if he still lives with his mom. He talks like Ryan Kinnell. No Botox, all cereal. Damn, you guys are crazy. Why am I blurry? Hmm. You guys weird. Aaron M says this doesn't feel like an Andor show, more like a show about everyone else, and Cassian's a supporting character. Yeah, you know me, I like to watch things a little bit more thoroughly before I give a statement, but I think I'm starting to get the idea. Good luck. Damn, they beat Dayton. Crazy. Bro's creepy ass actually pulled her. Crazy. Guess she appreciated the creep. Bro, all those mornings visualizing with the cereal that he was going to one day date her. Crazy. Crazy work. Cheddar Bob 420 says, "What up? What up, Cheddar Bob 420?" Thank you, Harley Dad. You got that Riz? That Ceriz. Cereal Riz. Cereal is. How you guys feeling about the show so far? Hmm. Let me get a poll up for you guys. Rock, paper, scissors. What the hell is this? Bro, if he gets in that TIE fighter and flies off and this was all just bullshit, holy shit. Is that the fucking Masasi Temple? What the fuck was that? All right. My God, let me just say, so far, so much talking, so much yap. 40 million episode to yap. If that means like, and I'm seeing the same sort of rhetoric that I got when I was defending the prequel trilogy. If you don't, if you like the prequels, it doesn't mean you understand. It means you means you don't like good acting. Or no, what the fuck did they say? If you like the prequels, you don't understand writing. You don't understand good writing. Some shit like that. Basically, if you like the prequels, it's because you like shitty writing. I see the same thing in the comments here. If you don't like this show, it's because you don't understand good writing. Essentially the inverse. And it's like, you can like something or not like something without having to fit in some sort of a box of good writing or bad writing. Like, I hate those kinds of stupid ass comments. So far, dude, it's just, this show is so goddamn fucking boring. I'm serious. It's, for me, like, this is just very boring show. That means I don't understand Star Wars, whatever. Like, all right, go, like, okay, whatever, dude. But so far, for 2 episodes, equating to $100 million, very boring. A lot of yapping. I feel like it would have done a lot better if it was just, they weren't cutting so much in between all the different characters. Yeah, see, you have the attention span of a goldfish. It's like, no, we've all watched the original trilogy, which is pretty slow at some points. So don't even go there with that kind of elitism bullshit. The first 2 episodes are very slow. Okay, we just spent 2 hours for the guy to be in between some sort of like a warring tribe of the same goddamn tribe over like bullshit. And he's held captive, and then he just escapes, and then he just flies away. It's like, this is so. The rest is just all yapping. Like, goddamn. Hey, happy if some people enjoy it. Listen, I'm always gonna be real with my opinions. Boring. Maybe it'll get better, but in the words of Rich Piana, boring. All right, starting the next episode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Lucas says, I have no idea what the plot is. I hope they're just doing groundwork. Yeah, whatever. The whole Yavin thing was so frustrating. It's how you draw out a show. It's how you draw out a show with $40 million an episode. Okay? Ugh. A lot of unnecessary exposition, a lot of unnecessary talking, a lot of unnecessary scenes. So I'll talk about it more in my breakdown, but let's just keep watching because I like to watch shit before I give a opinion one way or another. I don't like to hate for no reason. I don't like to love for no reason. So like that's probably the only intriguing part about episode 2 is the temple. Are we on Yavin or where was that? It looked like just the time period doesn't match up for it to be it's 3 minutes and we're still not even in the actual show. It's like still the intro. Yeah, it looked like Yavin 4 to me. Oh, nice. Trump says tariffs will drop substantially. That's great. Looks like everything's getting sorted out. That's awesome. Looks like they're talking. Did you peep the super chat? What super chat, Ben? My wife just bought the Survivor cross card as a wedding gift. Probably the best wedding gift, and it's the one I wanted. Congratulations on being married and on the wedding. Glad you like it, man. Freaking huge, dude. Heavy as hell. W wife, W gift. Costume department did pretty damn well for the show, I have to say. CTMZ says too much story building. These 3 episodes very mid, very meh. Yep, I agree. Thanks, CTMZ. Peak Star Wars, bro. Cassian steals a TIE fighter. Cassian goes to Yavin 3. No, Cassian goes to Yavin. Politics, marriage. Cassian escapes weird rebel. Imps deporting farmers. 120 mil. Crazy, eh? You nailed it, Lucas. Don't you wonder what I thought you'd look like? Hmm. 3 episodes of this cost more than all of Kenobi. Just let that thing sink in. Ah. You know, I've never had fondue. Is it you just take the meat and you stick it into the sauce that's hot? Is that what it is? Ugh. What the aux cords in Star Wars? It's never been done before in the history of the Jedi. It's insulting. Where were their aux cords? I didn't even see. Looks like a will. Cool. I mentioned the ricottas at least. Mm. What up, Star Wars nerd? I agree. Holy shit. Can't wait for you to talk with Mahler. It's gonna be fun. Episode 1, nice. Episode 2, huh? Okay. Episode 3 with the F Simp Showdown. Episode 4 needs to speed this up. CTMZ, yeah. Again, you got it. Oh, shit. A little bit of action. What's going on? The Empire is here. Ah, not this weirdo again. At one point, Star Wars saved my life. Now Star Wars makes me want to throw it all away. Says Revenge of the Sixth. Damn. Think I can go pee without missing anything? Oh, depends how good your aim is in the bowl. The lights on? They got the speeder sound right. That's good. Which show were we watching where we were like, it doesn't even sound like a speeder? There was a show. Was it The Acolyte? This show has been amazing. Glad you like it. Is it Boba Fett? Those were Vespas, dude. Those weren't speeders. Ugh. Oh, fuck. Don't tell me it's going to go in that direction. Just tell me he's going to show up. That's the fucking end of it, okay? We don't need to go. This is Star Wars. We don't need to show any of this weird shit, right? Like we know there's allegations of this garbage here in here. I hope that's just the end of it. I don't want to see any more than that. Bro, come on. Like the Empire, like they're shitty people, but this is a next level, you know? Now you're painting like the Emperor and Vader as like having these kinds of people in his. It's just it taints the whole image of the Empire. It's just you don't need to have that in there. You don't need to write that in there. No, not my Star Wars, dude. Eh, let's
Nah.
Come here.
Oh, okay. Nice ending. Wow, yeah. That's not Star Wars. Um what, what do I even say? Like, you know what that looked like? You know when they have those games, those video games, and then mods come in and then they put like a Star Wars skin on it, but it's not Star Wars, it's just got a Star Wars skin. That's what this show feels like to me. Um I feel like the first season was actually, in hindsight, like in comparison, much better than this. Um Really weird feeling, like just uncomfortable. Putting grape in Star Wars is very unnecessary. I understand you're trying to make people hate the Empire, but I feel like we already do. Like we know they're bad. George Lucas has like made that very clear that they're bad. The Emperor's bad, Vader's bad. But then to taint it with this kind of scene is just unnecessary. Like really, frankly, it's unnecessary. And that that's kind of the main word of this whole season. I would say all these 3 episodes, which, mind you, each one was about 40 million bucks, equates to 120 million dollars, which is more than the entire budget of the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, which is actually quite unfortunate to see, considering that they are the most important characters in Star Wars. I did not feel like I was watching Star Wars. I felt like I was watching something with a Star Wars skin. You got stormtroopers, you got TIE fighter. No one. Um, but that's it, and that's how I felt about Andor as well. The first season, it's like, yes, very cinematic, very nice costumes, very nice. The music was okay in some of it, nice acting, but just tons of dialogue, unnecessary dialogue too, that really doesn't further the plot of what George made or Star Wars or expand the universe that we need to know about. It's just fluff, like it's a show meant to prolong the episode in the runtime and just go on and on and on so they can fill that slot. Okay, we got one episode done, 40 million bucks, next episode 40 million, next episode whatever. And I say that because it's $750 million for 2 seasons of Andor, meaning that if we split them, the first one was 250 million apparently, which means that this one was 500 million, just on the numbers that are online. I don't know how accurate they are, but I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I didn't think it was interesting. I didn't think it was cool. I thought the scenes with Krennic in the first episode carried me the entire way for 3 episodes, hoping that he would return, because he's probably one of the best Disney Star Wars characters that have been written. Not just for his authority, but Ben Mendelsohn is a great actor, and I think he was made for the role. He does a great job. I feel like in every movie he's in, Ready Player One, he did a great job. This show, is very boring, very slow, and I'm a kid of the '90s, so I'm not one of these iPad kids where I need things to be like super fast and quick. I understand exposition. I understand being patient, watching a show, and letting it, accumulate and marinate, build the story, build the plot. I mean, episode 4, for God's sakes, is all that. But yeah, this a lot of unnecessary bullshit in there. What did you guys think? Ah, wrong music, no plot, sexual violence, fan service. Yeah, well, you should. We've seen that he has like a weird sexual. He likes to put sexual tension in there, but in a weird way. Like, you remember in the first season where Cyril kind of puts Daedra in a corner or whatever in this like weird control room, electrical room, whatever. And it was just it had a weird feeling. Like, this guy's been like, he's predatorial, like he's been kind of just spying on her the whole time. And now they're dating. And then he puts this in there with grape. I mean, you don't need to put that in there. It just taints the vision of the Empire. And I don't think that's something that, you can make people hate someone in different ways than having to go that far. You know? So, anyways, I didn't like it, but if you guys did, cool. Dance, Narshada 4BBY. I stayed up 3 hours for White Lotus in a galaxy far, far away. The disrespect to what George Lucas created, these writers should be ashamed. They are literally just doing what they want and label it Star Wars, says Mystify. CTMZ says Theory. Star Wars is a politically correct soundboard now, preaching American liberal views. Call Sign Wizard says the rave music, upbeat music continues, ruined it. Rossi says, I hope you get a disco ball droid for your wedding. Disney is only good at one thing, says Call Sign Wizard, making everyone drop out of a galaxy far, far away and feel the very stress they are trying to relieve. The music was shit. Yeah. Seems like a lot of you share the same sentiments. And look, if you liked it, cool. You know me. I'm all about everyone liking what they want. But just be open to everyone else not feeling the same way. Jay Kane says, I don't understand what people love so much about this show. Like, it's not Acolyte level bad, but it drags. It almost feels like a chore to watch. Yeah, it felt like I was, like, at a job watching. I'm like, I have to watch this. Like I wasn't really enjoying it. I wouldn't do it on my downtime. I did it because we're doing this watch party, and also because I'm going to be on Open Bar on Thursday for Critical Drinker. I want to know what I'm talking about. We didn't need 3 episodes, could have been 1. The ending wasn't awful, but Grape has no place in Star Wars. Kathleen should be fired. Star Wars for life. Nerdvengers for life. Very let down. Wanted this to be good, says CG87343. Ended up being extremely meh. The last part made me extremely angry. We'll try to give it a chance, but so far not impressed. Yeah, not impressed either. Star Wars nerd. This is not Star Wars. This is Disney trying to compete with HBO. That's what it feels like. Hey, that's a good way of putting it. Call Sign Wizard says, leave Revan's name out of your mousing mouth. Disney, please leave Revan alone. Just don't touch the Old Republic. Leave us some untouched mastery. Well, it seems like they so far did. Pyromaniac Clown says, Grape took me out of it. Episode 1, 6.5 out of 10. Episode 2, 5.5 out of 10. Episode 3, 2 out of 10. Disney should be ashamed. I saw someone comment earlier that we need this to be a win so that Kathleen feels it was a win and she can step down. But I saw an article today that came out from Screen Thrill. They were posting about it that she's actually stepping down in August, which would make sense considering D23 is in August. So, I don't know, man. Please don't ruin my goat, Darth Mar, please. Did not enjoy the wedding storyline for some reason. Enjoyed the Imperial storyline, but liked the Andor storyline. 8 out of 10. It's quite a high score on Ghost Dog. So, I feel like the whole trajectory of Andor in general, with the way he writes these shows, is that it's like super slow, super exposition. He wouldn't hold my hand. That kind of stuff. And then all within the last like 1 episode, things, or even like the last 20 minutes of the last episode, just everything just all happens at once. I don't really like that kind of storytelling. I like more so George's style, where like little big things happen leading up to the end, which then massive stuff. And you're like cutting in between different moments, different characters, but it's a big, fast moment. Like, the end of Revenge of the Sith. Or, you look at Return of the Jedi, how he was doing it with the Force Moon of Endor, and what was going on there with the Rebels and the Empire versus what was going on with Luke and Vader and the Emperor. So his Top Shelf gives it a 4.5 out of 10. Yeah, dude, it's freaking weird. Weird. Grape, along with Cyril being a predator, makes me think that Tony Gilroy might be a creep IRL, similar to Neil Gaiman's situation. Who's Neil Gaiman? Says ISIS. Curious how the audience option changed the new poll. Audience's opinion changed the new poll. Yeah, you guys can vote. So, is it good? 60% say yes. 11% say no. and 29% say mid-boring. So I guess that means mid-boring is also a no. So that leaves us with 40%. No. I wanted this to be a better focus on stealing the TIE fighter, the TIE Avenger, instead of this garbage. Hopefully it will pick up from here. I'm sure it will. 3 episodes in, sure it's going to pick up. And then next week they jump, how many years again? 1 year? Or is it 5 years? No, it can't be 5. I don't know. Big super chat from Devlin. Thank you so much, man. He says, other than some somewhat cool cinematics and Stormtrooper cameos, show is pretty lame and boring. No need for the sexual filth. Not cool. Not Star Wars. Only thing I act usually, kind of, is the behind the scenes of the Empire and, of course, Krennic. Krennic, 10 out of 10. Krennic, 10 out of 10. Love Krennic. Give me a show just on Krennic, which is what I thought this would be, but no. He was there for like 3 minutes. Banana Nans says 70% of the showtime was just, quirky, weird, esoteric wedding rituals directed by a theater kid. Can't defend it by saying it's exposition. Yeah, dude, like that and the dialogue with all of those forest mates, like, and their little quarrel. So, like, you could have done any other thing. Like, maybe he's... Shit, I don't know. Maybe there's like a tribe of indigenous being, and an indigenous tribe that's just like holding him captive, him and the Porky guy or whatever his name was, and then they both have to figure a way to get out of there. They're about to get cooked. I don't know. That would be a little more interesting than this like squabble. Which, if you're looking at the squabble and it's like this is pointless, this is stupid, you're not really going to be as invested. New poll, please, says Pyromaniac Clown. Okay, new poll. Let's do it. Now that all episodes are done. Okay. Rate the first 3 episodes of Andor 2. 9 to 10 out of 10. A 7 to 8. A 5 to 6. 0. All right, let's see what everybody votes. The chat is an echo chamber out of unintelligent, childlike tantrums. That's a very good way of calling someone that has a different opinion than you. If you don't like something, then you have a childlike tantrum. It's very logical, very mature. This was by far and away some of the best storytelling Star Wars has seen in a long time. You whine just to hear your own voices. No, we whine to make you upset. That's literally the point. We actually all loved it. No. These are all the same sort of cookie cutter responses that we see from a lot of people, like Acolyte fans, Andor fans, a lot of people who, for some reason, these Disney projects, for whatever reason, breed this kind of response where it's like a cookie cutter, like, if you don't like this, then you don't understand acting. You don't understand storytelling. You don't understand the... It's like, where did you get that from? Maybe they just didn't like it, you know? Been watching your theory videos. I gotta say, I disagree. Sorry I didn't like it. Yeah, I'm sorry too. Look, and I'll always keep it 100 with you guys. If I didn't like something, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why. Okay, the new poll has 20% of people saying it was a 9 to 10, 26% of people saying it was 7 to 8, 34% of people saying it was a 5 to 6, and 20% saying it was 0. So, all right, how would you guys rate this? The people who gave it a high rating, how would you rate this compared to actual Star Wars? Like George Lucas, 1 to 6. How would you rate it compared to the prequel trilogy? After this, I'm beyond ready for Revenge of the Sith this weekend. 499 million into researching how to make us uncomfortable, says Liam. That's a good way to put it. bricks and screws. Well, we should add the aux cable to it too now. Right? So if you look at, I always go back to this. The beginning of The Phantom Menace for me was just so, it just sucks you in. So Star Wars. Haven't come close since. Nothing. Nothing. Bro, like season 1, these episodes were not it. If I wanted an awkward mother-in-law conversation, I'll go visit them, says Call Sign Wizard. I don't understand why SA and EDM needed to be in there. I feel I wasted 3 hours. 18B says, how did Andor get into the base? How he knew the Lightspeed TIE fight was there? What happened 3 days earlier on Yavin? That all seems more interesting than a wedding and the serial killer couple having mum over for lunch. Not everything needs an answer. That's true. No, that's true. Not everything does need an answer, but some things do. What are your thoughts for upcoming shows and movies after seeing this? Maul also want these funds to go to Vader too. Oh, thank you, Holland. I mean, this doesn't change like how I thought about, Disney Star Wars at all. Like, after the Acolyte, I'm pretty sure a lot of you saw, like, I completely realized that, all right, it's just ain't it, Chief. The wedding didn't hit. Why is the wedding story there? I don't know. Yeah, not sure. Not sure. There was a lot that happened at the wedding with all the secret conversations. Where did Director Krennic go after episode 1? I guess back to the Empire to do Empire stuff. I don't want to see Maul get ruined. Well, the good thing is with animations, I don't think those really do get ruined. For the most part, unless it's Tales of the Empire. So, Eh. Oh, well. This was ass cheeks, says Merrick. Good night, Theory. Good night, Nicholas. Benjamin says, I see a lot of people justifying the scene we got tonight by bringing up the Clovis Padme scene that happened in Clone Wars. Thoughts? How is that anywhere as violent, visceral, uncomfortable, and similar? Bix had a Ingersoll Rand 3 air ratchet in episode 3. Also, imagine if they played lap. I have no idea what you're saying. How Shaw. Very adult shit, and I'm not talking about violence is just out of place. My fave Star Wars is the first 6, the Clone Wars, Rebels, and Ahsoka. Andor feels like it's trying to be Emmy bait. 100%. That's why I said that thing a long time ago, is that it feels like a whole bunch of theater kids. What was the thing Mahler said with their French hats and Swiss cheese? Are sitting around smelling their own farts on this show. That's what it feels like. 10 out of 10 speeder faster than in Outlaws and Book of Boba Fett. Yeah, at least the speeder was right. No one's jumping to conclusions, Big Mac. Oh, you can judge the first 3 episodes on the first 3 episodes. Maybe it'll get better, sure. But these first 3, boring for me. Seems like a lot of people agree. Seems like a lot of people loved it, which is great. But do you like the people who loved it? Do you love it like wholeheartedly, everything about it, or like everything seemed good, including all the weird scenes, or are you like, nah? Lapti Neck is the song played in Jabba's Palace in the OG trilogy. Okay, yeah, I'm careful with stuff I read because sometimes you guys write things and then I Gotti. L Theory, this show is for adults. If you want sword fights, watch Pirates of the Caribbean. I love that. Well, no, why? If I want sword fights, why wouldn't I just watch Star Wars? Oh, wait. I liked it. I can understand why you don't, though. It does not feel anything like watching Star Wars. A Star Wars skin on an HBO drama. I hope Ahsoka Season 2 gives us Star Wars. A perfect way of putting it. Literally feels like one of those games that has... It's not Star Wars. It's like No Man's Sky with Star Wars filters, I suppose. Compare this with how Balin talks and acts. Total different worlds. Yeah. It's crazy how expensive this was. I mean, it's interesting. Why didn't they spend this budget on Kenobi? Strange. Oh well. My apprentice. Well, we'll see what next week brings. The wedding was important because now Mon is directly connected to the money laundering guy just as the rebellion is getting underway. Yes, absolutely it's important. But is it important to be spanning across 3 episodes and in such detail and entirety and taking up so much screen time? I would much rather follow Krennic back to the Empire and see what he's up to, see what he's doing. Show felt like a checklist. The wedding ruined any drama build up in the 3rd episode. The rebels holding Andor should have been cut. I love Cyril and Daedra. I wish I'd sunk 3 hours into Oblivion instead. Oh yeah, it's out. As a kid, I wanted to be a voice actor to be in Star Wars, but now I'm not sure I would want to be part of the productions that are ruining my childhood, says Callsign Wizard. Great Nation says, I joined late. Apologies. Do you think Mads Mikkelsen's Galen Erso would show up? And how do you feel if he did? Yeah, I was thinking about that. I think Jyn Erso and Galen Erso will show up. I think they'll all show up in the end. For sure. Luthen was just walking around the wedding doing nothing, just talking smack to Mon the 3 shows. Yeah. And he had some great dialogue in the first one, right? I'm so excited to play Oblivion. I got it before the watch party. What app is it on? Is it on Blizzard or Bethesda, right? I think that's the application you can get it on. You can't get it on Steam. Did they just forget about B2EMO at the end there? Probably. Again, no black actors in the wedding that I could see. You must tell Boyega. Yeah, why isn't he complaining about that? You know? Why don't you complain to Disney about that, John? But except complain to the fans that stick up for you. Okay. Why is no one talking about my boy B2EMO being left behind? I don't know, Nils. Probably the least of our worries, you know? They literally explained it. Oh, what was it? Curtis is watching season 1 right now. It's kind of like playing Fortnite with Star Wars skins and saying you're playing a Star Wars game. No, sir, this is Fortnite. Yeah, that's what it feels like to me. The only people that agree that it's bad are on this channel. I guess. So the only people who have a voice on the biggest Star Wars channel in the world don't count? That's a funny way to put it. Go back to Twitter. There's no way Padme died for this, says Zhao. Yeah, well. I give it a 7 for the good soundtrack, superb acting and costume, set design, and the ricotta reference, but the -3 is for the grape, pacing, and filler. Yeah, that's what I'm really tired of with these shows. Is there's just so much filler, man. It's crazy. So the majority of Star Wars fans, which means we are right, go back to Blue Sky. Look, no, I don't want to say anyone's opinion on a show is right or wrong. That doesn't exist, and I don't believe in that. But I will say everyone's opinion is valid. All right, it's a show. You either like it, you connect with it, or you don't. Super simple. Lucas would have thought about the finer details more. Why use miniguns on the TIE fighter? There wasn't enough aliens in the scene with a galaxy full. No, I can look past all that. But I just didn't see where all of it was. It's just a lot of money spent to look good without really anything. You know those people who yap a lot, but nothing is really said? It was like that. It's just so much money to crank out so much talking and so much, but really doesn't go anywhere. Wait, why? Before. You can tell the story just as well with the less episodes and less money. Are you going to watch Revenge of the Sith in the theaters? Maybe. I can watch it downstairs. The thing I fear with watching it in the theaters is that, I was talking about this last night in a stream, is that there's going to be so many people that are just going to be reciting memes and stuff while they're watching, and I just don't want that. When I watch Revenge of the Sith, I want to, if I'm going to go into it and like laugh or whatever, okay. But when I watch it, I want to have fun. I want to, if I'm seeing it on the big screen, I want my memory to be of when I saw it with my dad in 2005 when I was 15 years old. At my local theater, that's like, I like that. But I just don't want, I got a bit of a theater downstairs. It's only 130-inch screen, but it's a great projector. So yeah, like chicken jockey shit. Dude, I'm crashing out if I see that. Like, I'm leaving. It would just ruin my experience. So grape is bad, but Anakin killing kids is good. I love the deflection. I love this deflection. Thank you for raising that point and how stupid you are. Why don't you ask Disney, who actually showed Anakin killing younglings in the Kenobi show, which was $90 million, which didn't even amass to the amount of these 3 episodes. Good question. Nice deflection. Anakin killing kids showed how far he was willing to go to save his wife. How far he was willing to go to sacrifice the Jedi and everything around him for his wife and his lust for power. It didn't show anything. It didn't show him killing them. Disney, however, did. So, don't try to be smart with me. I'm a lot smarter than I let on. You're going to get cooked. Especially when it comes to the first 6 films. Episode 3 was every 5 minutes we go to a hypnotized dance party to a grape scene, back to the dance for Andor to only appear in the last 5 minutes. Good job, Star Wars. Yeah, it's whack. Warks Mad 15, $10. Thanks, dude. Just because someone likes the shows doesn't mean they're Disney shills? Of course not. Who said that? Don't put me in that box. I never said such a thing. Yet the Emperor lied to Anakin and didn't know how to save Padme. Yes. I'm only 7 minutes into the first episode and I'm already annoyed. The scene with Cassian are entertaining, but the scene with the other characters are completely boring and a waste of time. Yeah. Comparing that to an actual scene of attempting assault is crazy. Y'all are insane. Well, yeah, it was like the thing. It's like the only people who hate don't like this show are in this channel. It's like, no, a lot of people who love the show are also subscribers on the channel, and they're a part of our family, and they're part of our community. But also, this channel, thanks to you guys, is the largest Star Wars channel on the planet. And so there are more hardcore fans here than your measly Twitter, which has literal weekend fans who have never even glanced at Star Wars until Disney took it. And for what reason? Well, you can decide on your own. Enjoyed the first episode. The Yavin reveal was great, but I'm sure it gets better. 7 out of 10 for me. When is the Nick Gillard saber being announced? Very soon. We're working on it very, very hard. We have 2 coming. 2 from Nick. The reason it cost so much was because of tariffs. No, but thank you for putting up with watching. I love these watch parties. I love these watch parties too. It's always fun hanging out with you guys. This show is better than episode 3 in every way. Andor over Anakin. Rage bait. Oh my god, your ego? No, not at all. Facts are facts, baby. It's not ego. Don't be mad. I'm very proud of the community that's been built here. I'm very proud of all of the subscribers here. It's been 9 years. And if me mentioning the facts and statistics of the channel that people have amassed it to is an ego, then well, you need to check your definition of ego. Andor hardcores have been telling me Dave Filoni was a problem. He's not perfect, but at least he makes the feel of Star Wars product. Him over Gilroy. Yeah, I would agree. Imagine kids growing up with this kind of Star Wars. I don't really think this show's for kids, just to be fair. So, you know. I like hearing your opinion, even if I don't agree with them always. Thank you. I like hearing yours too. I like hearing everyone's. What up, Zeeg? Steven says, not great, not terrible, just okay. Fingers crossed it gets better. Thanks for the amazing content. Vader 2 looks amazing. Nice to look forward to something involving Star Wars. 6.5 out of 10 for Andor 2. Fair. I bought The Negotiator Episode 3 prequels font from Theory Sabers. It is not shipped yet. I love the first episode of Andor. Well, I'm glad you like it. Glad you had a fun time. The first episode or all 3? Or the first episode of the first season? Everybody here, including Theory, looking to relive their childhood prequels experience. That's an odd statement. This isn't a show to sell Jar Jar action figures. Also an odd statement. 9 out of 10, finally a Star Wars for adults. Love that. I guess episode 1 to 6 was for kids. Maybe. If grape and weirdo exposition, unnecessary exposition, and hundreds of millions of dollars wasted is your definition of adult Star Wars, great. Good for you. Glad you like it. Theory, how dare you have an opinion? Change it right now before I go cry on Twitter. Seriously, though, this shit was boring AF. I tried, but I just can't. I respect it. At least I go through and I watch everything. And I can give a sound opinion on my actual, thoughts on it, sentiments. We'll see what the conversation will be like on Thursday with the boys. I enjoyed the episodes, but I can totally understand why others might not. Nothing but love for everyone here. Thanks for a good time regardless. Thank you, Cinema Dolce. Thanks to everyone for hanging out. Remember, whether you like the show or you don't like the show, it's totally cool. Just be open to other people's opinions on stuff. Hey, we got to banter about movies and shows. That's it. That's what makes it fun. I love the shills are mad. It's actually bad. Yeah, I see a lot of Disney purists that are actually kind of upset. about the show, but so boring, lazy writing as being an adult. It looks great, designs were good, music was good, but really this is for adults. Yeah, and it's weird. I love that. The elitism. This is for adults. I'm an adult. I like it, therefore I'm an adult. I found the intercutting between plots nauseating. Yeah, I usually like that. I usually like intercutting between plots. If they're written well and they're ramping up. But this one, for me, it was just a whole bunch of, like, nothings. Dang, majority of the voters liked it. Why dang? Guys, we don't always have to have the same opinions. And that's okay. That's actually, like, better. You know? The original and prequels were definitely kids' movies. I mean, I could argue against that. There's a lot of violence in them. So it really depends on what you deem as kids' movies. But I don't think we should put so much of an emphasis on kids' movies or the adult movies. We should put an emphasis on, was it good? Did it make you feel something? Toy Story is a kids' movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Cam says, can't wait for my sabers to ship out, man. Can't wait for you to get them. Thank you so much for ordering. The first episode of season 2 I watched. May the force be with you. Always love your content. Star Wars is for everyone. Absolutely it is. I'll take Fat Mace filler episode over this crap. Lucas would be sad, says Owen. Terrible pacing, waste on dumb plots that go nowhere. No Clone Wars, not the original OG trilogies. Hopefully Dave, Ahsoka season 2. Well, hopefully he comes in clutch and makes it better than the first one, right? Hello, I'm a rich actor. Can I tell you about class warfare? I don't even know what that is. Why does Dave Filoni wear a cowboy hat? Is he a redneck hillbilly? Also, do you think Luthen will be revealed as a Force user, Jedi in later episodes? Well, I don't think wearing a cowboy hat means you're a redneck or hillbilly. I think it just means you like cowboy hats. Maybe he grew up on a farm. Maybe I don't know. Maybe he likes the way he looks. I like cowboy hats. A lot of people who wear cowboy hats are hard workers. Do you think Lucen will be a Force user? I sure hope not. You can enjoy Andor and not be mad at Theory. Try. Yeah. Zuhair said it right. Just because I like or dislike something doesn't mean if you like the inverse, or you choose the inverse, then we have to hate each other. It's so weird. It's just a weird way of thinking. Like some people like mayo on their burgers, some people don't. Some people like pickles, some people like tomatoes, some people don't. I don't know. Cam says I haven't watched yet. I need to get out of here. Go give it a watch. You'll like the Krennic scenes. Putting sexual violence in movies could backfire and cause more people to commit those crimes. I don't know the statistics on that. I don't think it belongs in our Star Wars. That's all. You don't need to write that in to make people hate the Empire or hate someone. You can do it in other ways that aren't as disgusting and jarring and taking it to that place. It wasn't even the boringness that lost me. It was the weirdness of the storyline, the storytelling. We didn't need the marriage or dancing. Didn't need the grape scene. Weird scene cuts at the end, too. I definitely don't like pickles. I love pickles. Cannot wait for next week, Andor. Well, I guess we'll see you there. It's about power dynamics. Well, I think them shutting off their comms is enough of a power dynamic. I think them... But also, what was the deal with the beginning part where she was having that dream where the guy was, like, taking her her pants off or her curtain, the blanket off? What was the deal with that? Like, is this like a regular occurrence of the Empire? Hmm. A year sober, homie. It all started with the Theory Talks. Crazy. I can't wait for Vader episode 2 and also hit Montreal, Quebec Comic Con. Right on, Lunatic. I'm very happy to hear that, man. Very proud of you. Everyone can do a little cheer emoji or like a heart emoji for Lunatic Butcher. 1 year sober is a big deal. I disagree with you on Andor, but I am able to get that it's not for everyone. I wish people just didn't get mad at you. Star Wars shouldn't be restricted to kids or adults, and it's good to have variety. Oh, I don't care if people get mad at me for having an opinion, well, that's all I need to know about them. It's that simple. They try to confine me into a box. I mean, I've had that done my whole life. It doesn't work. It doesn't work unless you let them. Just an opinion. If I don't like pickles, doesn't mean you don't have to like pickles. Just means we have different preferences on vinegary cucumbers. Hey, Star Wars Theory, I was wondering, when they get someone new to run Lucasfilm, who would you want to run it? I don't think it would happen, but I'd like Sam Witwer, says Star Wars the dog. No, I think there's no one really right to run it, I don't think. Not that I've seen. If I were to pick anybody, myself, and you know, the haters will say, you're so arrogant, your ego. I don't know, whatever, man. Because I know who I'd appoint. Right? I'd keep Filoni in there. I'd keep Jon Favreau in there, you know, but I would obviously oversee things. And if there's something that they do that I don't like, I'll be like, nah, we're not doing that. But I think they're creative, at least. And they know what George did. Like, they know his style. Whether they do it or not is a different story. But if I was in charge, it's quite different. I still love you, though, man. I want to like it, but if it sucks, then it sucks. It is what it is. Yeah, man. Kavika says, how's it, Theory? These 3 could have been one episode. Could have done episodes on Origins of Baze Malbus, Chirrut Imwe, Bodhi Rook. What up, Kavika? Thank you, Robert. I agree. Sexual assault has no place in Star Wars. Also got the Maul Sabers, and they're sick. Thank you, Zeke. Thanks for the vote of confidence in the review. SA in Star Wars is disgusting. They should be ashamed, says Patrick. Tick burst. Juliet says the Dedra mom scene was great. I totally get the point of it not feeling like Star Wars. I really liked season 1, but I think season 2 is off to a slow start. Overall, I think it's just average. A New Hope had slow scenes, but events and a story, which Andor season 2 doesn't have. Keep voicing your opinion and saying how you like pickles. I love pickles, man. They're great. Who doesn't like pickles? Oliver says this channel blows. Well, so do you, dude. I guess we got 2 things in common. Oh no, we're the same. Get out of here. Get Quentin Tarantino to direct Dawn of the Jedi. It'd be great. 3 episodes in 1, and I see no lore destroying like the other shit shows. Yeah, but that doesn't make it good. Hey, see you later, LBC Robbie. Thanks so much, man. Hope to see you again. Star Wars is not Game of Thrones. Yeah, true. That's a great comment. Star Wars can't be Game of Thrones. It's not, and it shouldn't be. So, Haven't watched the episodes yet. Are they decent? Cinematography is fine. Everything looks pretty. Should I just skip, says Michael. Wasn't a fan of season 1. I wouldn't worry about it, man. You do what you like, but I wouldn't worry about it. Appreciate you, bro. You too, Sosa. All right, chat. Well, I love you. I'm going to come out with a review video tomorrow, and then we'll do open bar with Critical Drinker and Mahler on Thursday, and then also Thursday evening we have Rule of 3 with Stupendous Wave and Dash Star. So what's up, Darth Shibby? Nice to see you. What if Universal owned Star Wars? Quite different. But I hope you all have a great night. Thanks so much for chilling with me for over 3 hours, almost 4 hours here. And I'm going to get that review up for you. And of course, more stuff for Vader Episode 2. Don't sleep on the Theory Saber sale. Got a lot going on over there. Biggest sale of the year. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks, Cam. I love you guys. Catch you in a bit.